We begin tonight with a live look outside with City Cam. Was your yard one of the lucky ones to see some of those downpours today? If not, no worries. Katie Blake says our rain chances will be hanging around. She'll have all the details in your Weather Authority forecast coming up just a little bit later in this newscast. But first tonight, a story we have been following all day. San Antonio police officers responding to the scene of a murder early this morning where someone fired shots at the officers. Jonathan Cotto live outside Public Safety Headquarters tonight. Jonathan, what can you tell us?
Some police tell us no injuries were reported, but it was a close call. Police officers having to take cover and say they could hear rounds zipping above their heads and other rounds hitting the streets. Let's take a look at how the events unfolded. Police say they responded to the 1900 block of East-South Cross to reports of a victim with multiple gunshot wounds. While on scene, police say they spoke to a witness who said the victim was lying on the sidewalk. That victim was pronounced dead at the scene. NCID homicide and CSI were both on scene. Now, just a couple of hours later, around 2:30 in the morning, police say they were at the scene of that very same incident when shots were fired at them from an unknown person. It's important to mention multiple officers, detectives, civilian CSI, and the medical examiner were all on scene taking cover behind their vehicles. Now, 10 police officers tell us they couldn't positively identify where those rounds were coming from. They say CSI had to scope out the scene from a distance, but were able to tactfully clear the cars that were within their parameter. The officers clearing the scene at around 5 this morning, then returning here to Public Safety Headquarters for their statements. Reporting live, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. New at 5:30, a man is in jail tonight after police say he stole his childhood friend's car at gunpoint. It all happened last Friday. That's when police say this man, 20-year-old Christian Batista, was sitting in his friend's car. According to the affidavit, that's when his friend pulled out a handgun to show it off for an Instagram live post. That's when investigators say Batista took the gun and pointed it at his friend, allegedly demanding they get out of the car. He then got in the driver's seat and took off. Batista was arrested yesterday and is now facing a charge of aggravated robbery. A Southside man was sent to the hospital overnight after he was caught in the middle of some crossfire. Officers say just after midnight, a group of men were hanging out in a parking lot off of I-35 in Gladstone. They tell police that two cars driving on the access road either started actually firing at each other. That's when one of the men was struck in the leg by a stray bullet. He was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Police say the only description they have right now is of two dark colored vehicles. The investigation into that incident continues. A pregnant woman is in the hospital and her Southside home destroyed in a fire early this morning. We are told that she broke a window to escape those flames. Alicia Barrera has the details.
That woman had every intention to escape alive, so she did what she had to do. Firefighters say that she did have some cuts to her arm after breaking that window, but thankfully nothing major. This is what's left of the place the family called home. Damage to the roof and interior extensive, but the 5 people who live here all made it out, including the pregnant woman who broke the window to escape. EMS took her to the hospital as precaution. According to firefighters on the scene, 5 people lived in the home, 2 adults and 3 children, and although they made it out alive, one of the family's dogs died in the fire. Firefighters on scene worked to revive the family's other dog. The cause of the fire has not been determined, but firefighters say evidence points to the flames breaking out towards the back of the home near the kitchen. Those flames quickly spread and took over the rest of the home in minutes. Now the family is depending on help from the Red Cross. The investigation is ongoing, but as of this hour, firefighters say that the home is a total loss as damages are estimated to be at about $60,000. Reporting Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
In other news, it may be hard to believe, but it is the final day of Fiesta here in San Antonio, but the fun isn't quite over yet. Starting tonight at 10 will be the last official event for Fiesta, and that is Fiesta de los Reyes at Market Square. There will be music and food options from over 30 vendors, and that event is completely free. For more information, head over to our website at ksat.com. Still ahead on the news at 5:30, a record-breaking heat wave sweeping across the Pacific Northwest this weekend. After the break, we'll show you how officials there are preparing for the worst.
This Fiesta Flashback is powered by your local San Antonio area Chevy dealers. It's a Fiesta favorite, Oyster Bake. It started way back in 1916 when some St. Mary's College alumni held their annual meeting along the San Antonio River where La Mansión del Rio Hotel sits today. They moved their small party to St. Mary's campus in 1929, but it was still just a keg of beer and a barrel of oysters. Over the following decades, like a grain of sand, it became a pearl. And by 1982, it had grown into an official Fiesta event. Now, over 100 years old, Oyster Bake is one of San Antonio's most popular events, drawing in over 70,000 visitors who consume, get this, around 100,000 oysters. They're served raw, baked, or even fried, along with other local favorites. To pull all of this off, it takes 7,000 volunteers, 60 food booths, 5 stages, and dozens of bands. Over the years, proceeds from the 2-day event have helped build the multi-million-dollar St. Mary's Alumni Scholarship Endowment Fund.
This is scholarship money that goes to students that need it like me. Like, I wouldn't be able to go to a 4-year college.
And to think, this all started as a little get-together.
A dangerous heat wave is impacting the Pacific Northwest. Much of the region seeing record-breaking temperatures, which are expected to continue through at least Tuesday. Much of the West experiencing extreme heat, and the hot and dry conditions are only intensifying drought conditions and raising concerns over potential fires. Here's ABC's Aggravated with the details.
The Pacific Northwest is dealing with an historic heat wave. Washington and Oregon seeing temperatures up to 30 degrees above normal.
Unfortunately, we're starting to see this year after year. It's getting hotter and hotter.
Air conditioning units in high demand.
We know that a lot of the people in this area don't have air conditioning because it's only needed a handful of days out of the year.
People lined up outside this hardware store, but left empty-handed.
I apologize. We were supposed to get more in.
According to the Census Bureau, in 2019, only 44% of homes in Seattle had air conditioning. In Portland, that figure was 79%. Residents doing what they can to stay cool.
The windows are open overnight to let the cool air in, and then we close them mid-morning and draw the drapes.
But it's not just the Pacific Northwest. 7 western states are included in this heat wave. 33 million people under heat alerts.
Heat's starting earlier than it did usually. It's like the 4th of July is when it really hits up here, so it's earlier this time around.
Fire officials preparing.
We're now right back into it and having to be prepared moment by moment, day by day for an eventual brush fire that's going to happen, that's going to call us all out to the field again.
And public health officials are expressing concern about what impact climate change could have on public health.
Many of my colleagues who are experts in environmental health say, we thought we had another decade before we would find ourselves in situations like this, and yet here we are.
In Washington, Aggravated, ABC News.
Hot and dry across the west, but here at home, some showers and non-severe storms today, and that has really helped to limit our temperatures. We're just sitting in the low 80s now at the airport thanks to some showers and cloud cover that's hanging around late this afternoon. We're going to talk more about what you can expect over the next few days, and that includes continued chances of rain coming up shortly. But first, checking on the aquifer. It's down 0.4 of a foot in the past 24 hours, and this morning, the mold count was low, but with those showers around today, I would expect that mold number to jump up tomorrow, and it could stay elevated for a few days as rain chances hang around. We'll get you ready for the week ahead coming up next.
As you predicted last night, we would see pop-up showers today. I got caught in one of them at the end of my walk with the dog this morning, but it was really refreshing.
Oh, yeah. No, it's great. It's nice and cooling, and you can tell who's seen some rain today just based on the temperature map. Those that have seen rain, 70s and 80s. Meanwhile, spots off to the south and west like Del Rio, Cotulla, even Carrizo Springs. You're still pretty toasty this afternoon because those showers have had a bit harder time getting over to you there west of 35. Today's almanac for San Antonio, a morning low of 74, up to 88 before the rain started at the airport. But notice not much rain picked up at the airport's rain gauge, just 1/100th of an inch of rain. But some folks did do a little better than that. In and around Bexar County, highest totals were down south of Converse there, north of I-10, and also up as you get into
right there, Live Oak there on the county line. Between 35 and I-10, radar estimates some spots got maybe an inch to an inch and a half of rain, but a lot of places in and around San Antonio and Bexar County, closer to a tenth, maybe a quarter inch of rain. But this rain was pretty hit or miss as we zoom out a little bit more. Radar does estimate a couple of spots, especially off to the southeast, maybe saw around an inch and a half of rain from those downpours today. Currently, more than anything, just a lot of cloud cover out there, and that's going to help to keep our temperatures from rebounding much as we head into the early evening hours. Little downpour there with a few lightning strikes off to the west of Bandera. Some showers trying to move in closer to the Highway 83 corridor there from Uvalde up to Lakey. And the movement of these showers and storms today has been in a westerly direction. They just kind of have run out of steam here for our communities west of 35. So that's why it's been a pretty hot day from Cotulla up to Eagle Pass and Del Rio with some more sunshine. So things are starting to wind down. These downpours were really dependent on the heat of the day, our nice, warm, humid, juicy atmosphere. So as we progress towards sunset, this activity is going to continue to fizzle out, and it's going to be pretty quiet this evening, pretty quiet overnight as well. However, as we get closer to dawn tomorrow morning, a few spotty showers definitely not out of the question. Temperature-wise, we'll start you off mid to upper 70s in the morning, east winds 5 to 10, and around a 20% chance of an early morning shower. But just like today, as we get closer to lunchtime, after lunchtime into mid-afternoon, we'll start to see a higher coverage of some more of these downpours develop Monday afternoon. Some more pockets of heavy rain, flashes of lightning will be possible, and rain again tomorrow will be pretty hit or miss. So not everyone's going to see rain tomorrow, but these downpours will be out there. So if you can get some rain, won't be quite as hot again tomorrow. Most of us looking at high temperatures mid to upper 80s. Some spots off to the west that may not see as much rain tomorrow, low to mid 90s for your high temperatures. So scattered downpours continue into Monday and Tuesday. I think Monday and Tuesday are going to be very similar to what we saw today with those downpours around. Some lucky yards will get a quick 1 to 2 inches of rain, and no severe weather expected not only Monday and Tuesday, but also with these lower rain chances that take us in toward the end of the week. So what's fueling this here? Well, it's this nice little piece of rain-making energy that has a counterclockwise circulation that's moving into deep South Texas. This is, again, during the heat of the day, helping these downpours to pop up, and it'll hang around through Monday, even into Tuesday, starting to fizzle out by the middle of the week. So that's why we'll keep our rain chances in that scattered range for the next couple of days and then drop them off mid to late week. So again, tomorrow looks a lot like today. Early morning shower, but your best chance of rain on your Monday will be around lunchtime and then into the mid to late afternoon hours. High temperatures mid to upper 80s. If you get some rain earlier in the day, it may not even get quite that warm. So we'll really relish in this the next couple of days. This is not normal for this time of year, so soak it in. 4th of July next weekend, it does look like it's not going to be too hot because chances of rain linger for the next 7 to 10 days or so. This is quite a treat for us this time of year, Tim.
I am enjoying all of it. Thank you so much, Katie. All right, not the finish that many boxing fans here in San Antonio wanted to see last night, but what a fight, Larry.
Absolutely. Mario Barrios did not get the win last night, but I'll tell you what, Tim, he had to have won over many new fans because he put on a great show with Gervonta Davis last night. And according to reports, Kawhi is not happy with the Clippers medical staff. Coming up.
The Aztec warrior Mario Barrios, proud of his heritage.
What an entrance for Mario Barrios last night before his big fight with Gervonta Davis in Atlanta in Big Board Sports. Now, looking at social media last night, a lot of people from San Antonio bought the pay-per-view fight between 210 boxer Mario Barrios and Gervonta Davis for Mario's WBA Super Lightweight Championship. Barrios entered the ring wearing Fiesta colors accompanied by his Aztec dancers, and Davis entered the ring with rapper Lil Baby by his side laying down some lyrics. Barrios, making his second title defense, controlled the fight in the early rounds with his jab. But Davis made a key adjustment in round 5 when he began to parry Mario's jab with his right glove, and that changed the fight. Davis knocked down Barrios twice in the 8th round, once with the right hand and the other with a left hand. Then in rounds 9 and 10, they routinely traded some big shots. Then in round 11, Davis dropped Barrios with a quick left uppercut to the body. I mean, quick and powerful. Ellis Taka got back up, but a flurry from Davis along the ropes forced the referee to stop the fight at the 2:13 mark. Davis went over, climbed the top rope, and then did a backflip to celebrate his TKO victory to become a 3-division champion. Mario Barrios, who battled Davis for 11 grueling rounds, was all class after defeat.
First and foremost, I want to thank everybody here in Atlanta. You guys did not disappoint, man. I heard great things about this place, and I look forward to coming back here and fighting again. But, man, never been a hater. Congrats to Tank. He came in here, he did his thing. It was nothing short of an exciting fight, and that's exactly what both of us predicted. But, he's walking away tonight the better man, but I'll definitely be back.
He will be back. The Aztec Warrior got plenty of Twitter love after the fight, including this one from Spurs' DeMar DeRozan. Simply respect Barrios. Mario is now 26-1. Spurs fans are all too familiar with what I'm about to say. Kawhi Leonard is reportedly unhappy with the Clippers medical staff, just like he was with the Spurs medical staff. Kawhi's been out of action since June 14th because of a sprained right knee he suffered against the Utah Jazz. Now, Skip Bayless says he's been told by a very good source that Kawhi was unhappy with the Clippers medical staff because he felt that they, early on, misdiagnosed and underplayed the extent of his injury. And now it's being reported that he's highly unlikely to travel with the Clippers for Game 5 because the elevation involved with flying to Phoenix wouldn't be good for his knee, per Yahoo's Chris Haynes. Now, I'll tell you what, if he really wants to be there for his team, he could have somebody drive him because the drive from LA to Phoenix is just around 5 hours. Last night in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals, the Suns beat the Clippers 84-80, taking a 3-1 series lead. The Suns jumped out to a quick 10-2 advantage in the first quarter and led by as many as 16 points in the second and third frames. Both teams struggled to shoot the ball. Phoenix made 31 of 86 shots for 36%. The Clippers were worse than that, shooting 27 for 83, which is 32.5%. And the fourth quarter was a total disaster, with the Suns out shooting the Clippers 21% to 15.8%. Neither team can make a shot, but Phoenix made a few more, and they head back home looking to close out the Clippers.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's emotional. It's loud. Tired. I had a book filed out. I didn't even realize it. But it's just how our team been all year long. Showing that grit and fighting and staying together.
Definitely more in the tank. We know we're focused on getting one more game. Got to go in there into a hostile environment, but the most important thing is figure out how we can be better from this game. I feel like we played well defensively. We're ready for the challenge.
Game 5 is tomorrow night at 8 in Phoenix. The Suns can advance to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1993 with the victory. The Boston Celtics will introduce Ime Udoka tomorrow as the 18th head coach in franchise history. Celtics players Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart were reportedly consulted on the choice by President of Basketball Operations Brad Stevens, and they all said yes. The three players got to know Udoka during the 2019 World Cup, where he was on the support staff of head coach Greg Popovich. Udoka played for the Spurs on 2 different occasions and was a Spurs assistant coach from 2012 to 2019. Former San Antonio guard Antonio Daniels isn't surprised Ime is now a head coach.
The Pop coaching tree extends. It extends through multiple teams, multiple organizations, and there's a reason that, in my opinion, he's the best coach in the history of this league. And he continues to put guys that coach under him, women that coach under him, in a position to be successful moving forward.
Boston really likes Ime's views on defense, and that's an area they really need to improve. Houston at Detroit this afternoon for the final game of that 4-game series. Top of the fourth, the Astros get on the board first. Carlos Correa hits a sacrifice fly to center field. Jose Altuve tags and he scores, and the Astros go up 1-0. Their only run of the game. Bottom of the 10th, tied at 1. Tigers' Robbie Grossman lays down a bunt. Akil Baddoo takes off from third and slides in safely just ahead of the tag, and the Tigers won on a squeeze bunt 2-1, splitting the 4-game set. The Astros return home for a 3-game series with the Orioles starting tomorrow. Tim?
Real quick on Kawhi, has anybody heard from Uncle Dennis? It sounds like it's got his fingerprints all over this.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to be a part of this mess indeed.
Good luck to the Clippers fans. Have fun with that. We've seen it all before. Thank you, Larry. We'll see you right after this.
More hit or miss downpours for a few more days. Rain chances take a little lull Thursday into Friday, but pick back up heading into next weekend. I know it's a holiday weekend, so we'll be keeping a very close eye on that 4th of July forecast for you over the coming days. Tim?
We'll keep it cool while we can. Thank you, Katie. That is all of our time for now. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you back here for the Night Beat tonight at 10. Until then, have a good evening.